now it's 100-fold. With any mistake that you make is glorified, and you have the haters and the trolls and all that stuff. So it's very hard to figure out who you are in the spotlight of everybody else.
That's why I don't be going to the puffy parties. They can hug you from the front and the back at the same time.
I say crazy stuff because I look and I go, oh, that should be on me. Right?
For me, meeting Oprah was like, oh my God, like I would have thought that I would have to be someone who's established, who everyone would have had to know about.
So there's this whole new rumor mill spinning, and now it's all about Diddy and Oprah. Apparently things got stirred up when 50 Cent popped into the chat. Now Oprah's getting dragged into some hot water because she's being linked with Diddy, and when Diddy's name comes up, trouble's not far behind. Word is, 50 dropped some bombshell that got Oprah shook, and now she's throwing out warnings. But what's the real deal? Notably, rapper 50 Cent, known for his ongoing beef with Diddy, has been one of the voices claiming that Diddy is gay. This assertion has been part of their contentious history, and 50 Cent has not hesitated to refer to Diddy as gay, including as recently as 2018, as witnessed in an interview on The Breakfast Club.
This ain't no goddamn wig, this is my natural. I don't need to be ashamed of what the natural, you know what I'm saying?
Now you also might be wondering why Diddy is wearing a wig and why so comfortable in it. 50 Cent has everything to be known. Puff Diddy was seen wearing a ridiculous wig while listening to Travis Scott's album, Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight, on his Snapchat account.
Atlanta, we come in, get my fucking wig. Yeah, Atlanta, I'm bringing something special. Ayo, Toronto, Cash, what up? XO.
And 50 Cent also seized the opportunity to make fun of Puffy for it on his Instagram page. He posted the video on his Instagram and wrote, "What the F, man?" But this is not the first 50 Cent has bashed Diddy.
You know what 50 gonna say to you when he see you?
What?
I heard Diddy touched your butt.
Oh man, what the hell?
Oh, no, I don't know that was going on.
You know,
I can't wait to run into him again.
what you gonna say to him?
Puffy was playing with your booty in Miami.
50 Cent is saying this because it is quite possible he has witnessed this incident. And not only this, when 50 Cent posted a photo of Diddy and Rick Ross performing on stage together in the past, he seemed to imply that Diddy was keeping something from the public.
Oh, Rick Ross. Rick Ross.
At this point, people have known how Diddy has been with men, but the problem with this picture was that it was taken at an awkward angle, which gave the impression that the two people in it were making out. Additionally, he uploaded a picture of Diddy wearing a pink shirt while hugging a former record executive who was also wearing pink and captioned, "I ain't saying nothing, but something ain't right, Elmau." Well, this is not the first time 50 Cent trolled Diddy for his actions. 50 Cent shared a photo on his Instagram account that showed him and a former record exec embracing each other in pink shirts and looking directly into the camera. In the caption, he made some disparaging comments. He said, "OS, that's your mommy over there with Puffy. LOL. Remember what I told you the other day, these beat-eye tetchies be crazy." And according to 50 Cent, Diddy has a weird habit of always doing some cringe stuff all the time. Well, that's not it. 50 Cent has also talked about Diddy's recent lawsuit. The rapper, known for hits like Inda Club, recently took to social media to criticize fellow rapper Sean Diddy Combs, with whom he has had a long-standing feud. Sharing a screenshot showing Sean's two sons, Justin and King Combs, being escorted out of his Los Angeles home in handcuffs, 50 Cent wrote, "S just got real, the feds and all the cribs. Damn, they got the kids in cuffs." In a second post, which featured images of the feds outside of Sean's LA home, he pointed out, "Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done, they don't come like that unless they got a case." It seems that 50 Cent is seizing the opportunity to comment on the situation surrounding Diddy's recent headlines, likely adding fuel to their ongoing feud. The rapper known as Candy Shop, born Curtis Jackson, also posted a video created by a social media user dubbing Diddy as "too freaky for society," with the caption, "Ran off and left the kids in the whole shit. Yo, he doing the race, said F it." So it all came from when feds raided Diddy's house. Federal authorities raided homes owned by Sean Diddy Combs as part of a serious investigation. According to a high-up federal law enforcement source, Combs is under scrutiny as a target in a probe led by the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. The investigation, spearheaded by the Department of Homeland Security Investigations Transnational Organized Crime Division, is centered around crimes related to human trafficking.
But again, this could possibly be linked to a investigation involving rapper Sean Combs, the music executive.
This investigation comes on the heels of allegations that have surfaced in multiple civil lawsuits filed against Combs in New York. These lawsuits, including one lodged in federal court back in December, accuse Combs of SA and even ST. It's important to mention that Combs has consistently denied these allegations in the past.
Attorney calls the lawsuit absolutely baseless and vehemently denies the allegations.
Heavily armed teams of Homeland Security investigations, HSI agents carried out searches at Sean Diddy Combs' homes in Los Angeles and the Miami area. One source mentioned that some of these agents were rolling in armored vehicles. This extra caution was due to suspicions that Combs had armed private security at each of his properties.
Just a little bit ago, you can see a crowbar to get through this gate initially, as well, the long guns and a multitude of people.
The agents were given authorization to search for various items, including documents, phones, computers, and other electronic devices that could contain data or videos, as per the second law enforcement source. A law enforcement source earlier told CNN that searches were related to an ongoing ST investigation. HSI in New York said it executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation in cooperation with local law enforcement and HSI units in Los Angeles and Miami, and would provide further information as it becomes available. Combs' representatives have not returned CNN's request for comment on the searches. Combs faces accusations of ST in 3 separate lawsuits filed recently, which he has consistently denied. The specific allegations under federal investigation remain unclear. Following this, at least 2 additional civil lawsuits were filed in New York against Combs, alleging SA. One of these lawsuits, filed in federal court in December, also included claims of deceit. I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy, Combs said in response to the December suit. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. Most recently, one of Combs' former employees, producer and videographer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, filed a lawsuit last month accusing Combs of SA and leading a widespread and dangerous criminal ST organization, among other allegations. The suit was filed in federal court in New York's Southern District. Combs' attorney denied the allegations and called Jones' claims lies. His reckless name-dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies, Diddy's attorney Sean Hawley said last month. Armed law enforcement officers were observed around Combs' residences in Los Angeles' Holmby Hills neighborhood and Miami Beach's exclusive Star Island community, as reported by CNN Crews. In Los Angeles, at least one armored law enforcement vehicle was witnessed arriving at the property, while agents were seen processing paperwork on card tables outside the Miami area home. Mobile command post vehicles were also visible at both locations.
As people were led away, potentially in custody. Don't know who these individuals are, if they're related to Diddy in any way, but you can see them. A dramatic video from our Sky Fox team.
A spokesperson from Homeland Security Investigations, HSI in Miami, confirmed to CNN that the operation at the Star Island property was indeed linked to the execution of a search warrant. HSI, which falls under the Department of Homeland Security, focuses on investigating transnational crime and threats, covering areas such as human trafficking, terrorism, drug smuggling, and various forms of organized crime. According to a CNN crew, HSI investigators wrapped up their activities at the Star Island residence. Now, reports are surfacing suggesting that during the investigation, federal authorities have uncovered some connections to Oprah Winfrey concerning this lawsuit. Over the years, whispers have circulated about Oprah allegedly having a negative impact on numerous young actresses through manipulation. Despite Oprah's widespread acclaim as the queen of all media, there are moments where she might have faltered, according to Cindy Crawford at least. The legendary supermodel recently opened up about her first encounter with Oprah during an episode of the Apple TV Plus documentary series The Supermodels, and it appears that Crawford isn't exactly pleased with her. Let's delve into what she had to say about Oprah.
I was like the chattel, or a child, like be seen and not heard. When you look at it through today's eyes, when Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body.
Cindy Crawford's first brush with Oprah Winfrey was quite different from her later appearance on Oprah's Masterclass in 2013. In that interview, Crawford candidly discussed how her appearance had influenced her self-image. According to ABC News, Crawford felt like she was being judged solely based on her looks, prompting her to actively assert herself as more than just a physical presence. I felt judged by the way that I looked. I think it set me on a course to represent myself as someone who has a brain, she revealed. Before her 2013 appearance on Masterclass with Oprah, Crawford took a moment for introspection, reevaluating how others perceived her. Despite making 10 prior appearances on Oprah, Crawford's reflection on her initial introduction to the Oprah Winfrey Show wasn't exactly glowing, especially in hindsight. The mother of two shed new light on the experience, pondering how Winfrey's actions might be interpreted in today's culture. It seems there might be lingering tensions between Crawford and Winfrey that warrant further discussion.
Show us why you're worthy of being here. In the moment, I didn't recognize it. Only when I look back at it and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so not okay, really?
In the pilot episode of The Supermodels, Cindy Crawford reflected on the first time she appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show. Crawford was just 20 years old when she and her manager, John Casablancas, appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show for the first time in 1986. Interestingly, it was not only Crawford who was learning the ropes. Winfrey's show had just been syndicated in September of that year. Winfrey directed many of her questions to Crawford's manager, asking him, "So did you have to groom her? Did she always have this body?" Winfrey then addresses Crawford and asks the model to stand up so that everyone can see her. Crawford commented on this particular Oprah segment in the Supermodels episode. "I was like the chattel or a child, like be seen and not heard when you look at it through today's eyes. When Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body, show us why you're worthy of being here." The former supermodel found the interview distressing, expressing, "I was so traumatized. I really felt I was not seen as a person who had a voice in her own destiny," as reported by the Los Angeles Times. Crawford admitted that she didn't fully grasp the extent of it at the time, but with age, she came to realize how inappropriate the situation was. Following Crawford's public comments, Oprah Winfrey appeared to respond by taking down the interview from YouTube. Cindy Crawford publicly confronted Oprah Winfrey over her handling of a 1986 interview, and nearly 4 decades later, social media users shared their varied opinions. Even Oprah Winfrey's close friend Gayle King commented on the situation, despite not having seen the interview. King expressed surprise and a slight disappointment, saying, "I'm surprised and a little disappointed, because I know Cindy's been on her show many times, and it has always been a pleasant experience. So I would hate to think that something that happened years ago could have bothered her. It's not Oprah's thing to humiliate or make anybody feel badly." King also added that to her knowledge, Winfrey and Crawford's relationship was still in good standing. Interestingly, in 1986, the billionaire shared insights about her interviewing approach with the New York Times. She stated, "Vulnerability is the key. People appreciate when you can be honest. It lets them feel more comfortable about being themselves," and later added, "I understand my commonality with the human experience." It's worth noting that a dose of that vulnerability and commonality might have had a significant impact on an interview with a certain model a few months later. There's also been some buzz about Oprah Winfrey and Taraji P. Henson supposedly not getting along during the press tour for the new Color Purple movie. People started speculating after seeing a video where they looked kinda tense, you know? Fans were all over it, analyzing their body language and stuff, thinking there might be some beef between them. But hey, both Oprah and Taraji shut down those rumors real quick on social media. Oprah gave Taraji props for her talent and was all hyped about her playing Shug Avery in the flick. And Taraji had Oprah's back, talking about how much support and guidance she's gotten from her. So yeah, they basically showed everyone they're tight and have mad respect for each other. And let's not forget about Oprah's epic media empire. We mean, she's a powerhouse in TV, acting, and publishing. She's racked up tons of awards, even scoring the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And besides all that, Oprah's known for her big-time philanthropy work and speaking out on social issues. Now, let's talk about Taraji P. Henson, born on September 11th, 1970. She's another powerhouse in the acting world, with a career that's been going strong for more than 2 decades. Taraji really blew up thanks to her killer performance as Cookie Lyon on the hit show Empire. Sure, she might not have Oprah-level influence, but Taraji's got her own thing going on. She's earned heaps of praise and even scored an Academy Award nomination for her role in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And beyond just acting chops, Taraji's known for speaking up on important stuff, like tackling pay gaps and fighting for better opportunities for Black women in Hollywood. So even though they're different in how they've impacted the entertainment biz, both Oprah and Taraji have left their mark in big ways. So, despite some rumors swirling around, Oprah Winfrey and Taraji P. Henson are actually tight. Oprah, you know, the queen of media, has been showing love for Taraji's talent all over social media. She's even the big boss behind the scenes as executive producer for the Color Purple movie. And Taraji, the acting powerhouse, had Oprah's back too. She shut down any talk of drama between them, making it clear that they're all about support and teamwork. Basically, they've got each other's backs, and those rumors, totally debunked. Yeah, there was this one moment that looked a bit awkward between Oprah and Taraji. At this press event on top of the Empire State Building on December 12th, there's this video where it seems like Oprah kind of awkwardly approaches Taraji, and they exchange a quick glance but then look away. You know, like those uncomfortable elevator moments when you're stuck with colleagues you're not exactly buddy-buddy with. But hey, let's zoom out a bit. While we're talking about big names like Oprah, it's important to widen the lens to see the broader struggles, especially in Hollywood. Taraji recently spoke up about the challenges Black actors face, shining a light on pay gaps and the inequality in the industry. And she's not alone in this fight. Other Black actors like Gabrielle Union and Keke Palmer have also been vocal about the gap between the work they put in on screen and the compensation they receive. So why all the fuss about Oprah and Taraji possibly not seeing eye to eye? Well, some folks think it might be because of worries that financial issues could overshadow their movie. You know, with big names like Steven Spielberg, Quincy Jones, and Oprah herself producing, they probably want all the attention on the film, not any personal money stuff. And here's something interesting. Despite Oprah being crazy rich, she gets where Black actors are coming from when it comes to money struggles in Hollywood. In a chat with Oprah Daily on December 19th with her bestie Gayle King by her side, Oprah spilled the tea that she only got $35 grand for her role in the original The Color Purple. And get this, she said she would have done it for free. It just goes to show she gets the struggle and is all about supporting her fellow actors in the industry. That's how you know you really love something when you would do it even if nobody was paying, Oprah said during the interview. Perhaps per social media comments, Oprah already knew that The Color Purple musical stars Fantasia Barrino, whose style has been considerably upgraded, Danielle Brooks and Taraji were not being paid enough, and they should soldier on for the love of the project. Social media commentary and theories surrounding the payment disparities and dedication of the cast have likely prompted discussions within the media sphere. Taraji's team, or the significant PR machinery associated with The Color Purple, might have become aware of the shifting narrative surrounding the film. Consequently, they may have encouraged Taraji to address the matter publicly, leading to her statement on the issue.
Notice how Oprah treats everybody during this press conference. Taraji is first, right? Now look at her eyes. She looks down when she's talking about the movie. She wasn't excited about it. Now,
posting a photo to Instagram from that day on top of the Empire State Building, Taraji punctuated a statement with lots of purple hearts. It is so important for Black women and all women of color to support each other. It is also imperative to have women of color in decision-making positions across all industries. Thank you for responding to my message with the compassion, understanding, and support that I've received. With that being said, Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all of the cast of The Color Purple. She has provided encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support to us all. She told me personally to reach out to her for anything I needed, and I did. It took one call, one conversation, and one decision-making Black woman to make me feel head. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do. Even with all the explanations and interviews, it seems like Black Twitter, and basically anyone keeping an eye on those press clips, still has a feeling that something's not quite right. One of them wrote, "Please do not come for Taraji. This lady has done nothing but be phenomenal towards us, and her career meaning passionate, overcoming obstacles, loving what she does, and carrying herself with class and grace while doing it all. Give this lady what she deserves." Another one added, "I formed my opinion years ago about Oprah. I definitely believed Monique when she came out. I'm surely Team Taraji. It's just sad that she has to go through this. Oprah somehow believes she's untouchable. That's a dangerous place to be. God can change things in the blink of an eye. Be careful is all I have to say." One more person wrote, "What is Oprah's issue with other Black women in the industry? Toni Braxton, Monique, and now Taraji P. Henson. It seems like she doesn't want her sisters to succeed. Why Oprah? That's unkind and hateful. Perhaps that's why she hasn't established any schools or economic opportunities for Black women in America. Just saying. Looks like Oprah's in the spotlight again. And this time it's because another actress, Toni Braxton, spilled the beans on VH1's Behind the Music. Toni got real about her financial troubles, including bankruptcy and how things went down when she appeared on Oprah's show. She thought she'd get the usual Oprah treatment. You know, some questions about what she was going through. But turns out Oprah hit her with some unexpectedly tough questions, leaving Toni feeling blindsided and shocked.
I read that you were upset about stories that your overspending caused.
It sounds like Toni's experience on Oprah's show was rough. Viewers thought Oprah's questions were basically calling out Toni's spending habits and implying that her lavish lifestyle played a big part in her going bankrupt. Toni herself felt like Oprah was being pretty harsh, saying she was so frickin' mean, and left her totally shocked. Before the interview, Toni had nothing but love and respect for Oprah, looking up to her like a role model. So when Oprah started laying into her, it hit Toni hard. She said she couldn't believe it because she admired Oprah so much and it felt like Oprah was scolding her. And to top it off, Toni remembers Oprah throwing shade about Gucci flatware like, "I've heard you have Gucci flatware, whereas I, Oprah Winfrey, do not own Gucci flatware," while making a gesture with her thumb and finger. Ouch, that must have made Toni feel pretty small, especially coming from someone she looked up to.
You got Gucci flatware because you didn't want to buy it. It's not because you couldn't afford it. What do you mean? And immediately, she made me feel this big.
Fans started putting the pieces together, and it seemed like they were pointing fingers at Oprah for playing a part in Toni's downfall. And it wasn't just about Toni. People were remembering the whole Oprah versus Monique drama too. Many thought Oprah had basically thrown Monique's career off track, and there were even whispers that Monique was facing homelessness because of it. To make matters worse, Oprah never publicly apologized for any harm caused to Monique, which just fueled more suspicion and doubt.
So for 8 years, my family has suffered and my career has suffered because what I would not allow those entities to do was bully me.
These revelations about Oprah's behavior have stirred up quite a storm. According to some folks, the reason Oprah never apologized might come down to her ego and pride. Back in 2009, when Oprah and Tyler Perry dropped Precious on the world, Monique was sent on a promotional tour to ride the wave of the film's success. But Monique herself spilled the tea, saying she didn't even realize she was being blackballed because she wasn't playing the game. What really got people's attention was when Monique opened up about Oprah making some pretty unreasonable demands during their movie campaigns. Monique straight up said, "We were out on the campaign and she was making unreasonable demands." And this is where reverse racism, I think, happens. And as if that wasn't enough drama, there were allegations that Lee Daniels, the director, had been throwing threats at Monique, basically warning her that she was in for a rough ride. At first, Lee seemed to be on Oprah's side, but as time went on, Monique spilled more tea, suggesting that Lee might have some not-so-nice feelings towards Oprah. She said he was going on about how she didn't thank the producers and studio at the Oscars, like it was a big deal. All of this has got people thinking that maybe Oprah doesn't treat everyone so well, especially those lower down the ladder in the movie biz. It's fueled suspicions that Oprah might be hiding some stuff about her behavior, or actions that the public isn't too happy about.
I did assault and inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her, and for that I apologize.
Monique was left devastated by the situation, and her attempts to seek comfort from Oprah went unnoticed. When she encountered Oprah in Hollywood for the first time after this incident, Monique couldn't help but be skeptical of Oprah's assertion that she had been unaware Gerald would be bringing her family onto the show. As Monique explained in an interview, she then said, "Do you want to come on the show because he wants to apologize to you?" I said, "Oprah, I don't want no part of that." She has faced significant allegations related to alleged HT and enabling behavior, and these accusations have come from prominent figures like Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted SO, and Harvey Weinstein. Several well-known individuals have publicly accused Oprah of concealing information or supporting Harvey Weinstein, with one notable accuser being Rose McGowan. According to Rose, Oprah made an error in her choice of association with individuals like Russell Simmons and Harvey Weinstein, whom she considered friends. Rose tweeted, "I am glad more are seeing the ugly truth of Oprah. I wish she were real, but she isn't. From being pals with Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' sick victims, she is about supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come. #Lizard. And the same allegations have been put on Diddy too. That is why everybody is now speculating that both the artists MSC have worked together. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.